Hello, fellow fish reefers. This was May 2019, a historic time in Papua New Guinea where we deployed the very first man-made fish reefs off of Fisherman's Island in 36 feet of water. 21 fish reef units, the very first in the entire country, thanks to Pacific Towing. Here it is on the seafloor. Not much going on, but we did have one customer, a clownfish. Here we are 2.5 months later. Here's the exact same fish reef unit and likely the same clownfish, except it's an entire ecosystem. It's the adult clownfish and 3 juveniles and the entire anemone that the clownfish relies on for protection somehow found these clownfish and honed in on where they were living on these reef units as an ideal starter place for an entirely new marine habitat. And if you look close, you can see shrimp, you can see crabs, you can see a whole host of small fish off to the left. Nature leaves no stone unturned. Now, if you look very carefully here, you'll see, of course, the start of soft corals, and those little white patches are starts of hard bony corals such as brain corals or cauliflower corals or branch corals. You can see them starting, and that was a triggerfish. The fishermen of Fisherman's Island are very eager to increase the amount of fish that they can catch to feed their families and to sell locally to the community. So in 2016, they signed a compact with the Fish Reef Project to stop dynamite fishing so they can turn more sandy seafloor like this into thriving coral ecosystems like this. These are actual corals just a few hundred meters from the site of PNG 1 where we placed the fish reef units, and it's a very good indicator of what you will see grow on the fish reef units. This is cauliflower coral. The biodiversity in Papua New Guinea is incredible. The amount of different species of marine life and coral. And there's very little coral bleaching, which is very encouraging. So that it really makes it an ideal place to make new reefs. This one is interesting because it's the same size and shape as a fish reef unit, giving you an idea of what this fish reef unit might look like in the future, completely encrusted with coral. There's a cucumber and our gorgonians attached. Literally 90% of the surface of the 21 fish reef units that we deployed has already been colonized with marine life. Here's a beautiful branch coral with little blue fish. I wish I knew what their names were. So you can see how these fish reef units are going to be cornucopias of life, just like this in the future. And we can do this all over Papua New Guinea. We can do it all over the Coral Triangle, and we can do it all over the world. As you can see, the small fish are already making use of the reef units. The reef units haven't shifted or sunk into the sand. That's the triggerfish off in the distance that you see. And the fishermen of Fisherman's Island have reported good catches of larger fish such as sweet lips, snapper, when trolling above the fish reef unit. So they're already yielding great benefits. The starfish like it. The ocean faces many challenges with increasing human populations. And the solutions are there, but they require a few things: leadership, vision, and the courage to act, bravery. And the Fish Reef Project has all three, and it welcomes financial institutions with the means to help ocean life thrive across the entire region to join us in this great effort to ensure the long-term health of our seas. Thank you very much.